Hey guys, this is John with Cheap Old Cars and Audio. Today we are going to review this 2002 red V6 Mustang. So let's go ahead and step back there and take a look at it. I'll talk to you about it. This car is a 2002. I think it has 107,000 miles on it now. It does have, we'll get in here, it's a fair share of rock chips. So we're going to fix that pretty soon. I'll probably respray the hood myself. The bumpers also, even though so let me go to a little bit of the backstory. My wife has had this car since 2004. It's a 2002. She bought it when it was a year and a half old. And we've had it the whole time. She and I got together in 2005. And we've just had the car the whole time. So I keep it waxed. It looks really good. It's a little dirty, so it doesn't look as clean as it should. But on these red cars, especially the orange ones too, you get this issue here where you can see it's real faded out. The back bumper is the same way. The flex agent they put in the paint for the polyurethane parts killed the UV resistance of the clear coat. And so the red paint fades out underneath. We've done a few things to this car, nothing crazy. Right now it is lowered. It's actually, I think, the lowest of our Mustangs, but we're gonna fix that. It's too low. We thought this was gonna be more her car to take to car shows, and so I lowered it quite a bit. But that one is actually gonna be her car show car, the Mach 1. And so this one I'm gonna put back up on some different springs. I'm either gonna do the Ford B or C springs, which will set it more similar to how this Mach 1, or I'm sorry, this Bullet sits, which will be good. It's a lot less of a compromise when you're trying to drive it. Now, she always wanted a Mach 1, and me too, because I had a different dark shadow gray Mach 1 at one point, and she was super jealous. So she's like, I want a Mach 1, I want a V8. And so that's why we got that. That one's auto for her to drive, and it's blue because that's the color I wanted. So we compromised, and that's both of our cars. But this one's her baby. And so things I've done to it, she wanted the Mach 1 thing, so I got the wheels, the rear spoiler, and the front chin spoiler off of a single Mach 1 that had been wrecked. And then we ended up tearing the front chin spoiler off accidentally, so that's an aftermarket one now. It's got Cobra brakes on the front. The springs I told you about that were lowering it, it's the SR Performance ones. I got them open box for like 70 bucks. It's got a rear sway bar because these cars did not come with rear sway bars. I think it's off of either a 96 or a 98 Cobra. I can't remember exactly now, but it really helps. One thing about this car, it never felt super peppy. And then at one point in time, my wife and I got a 2000 Performance Red V6. And it felt way peppier than this one, right? And we were like, what's going on? What's so different? Turns out the front brakes were dragging slightly on this, which is part of the reason I did the Cobra brake. So got that fixed, and this one gets better fuel mileage and feels better now. We also did this badge here. The factory badge would have been chrome, and this is black chrome. I did that on the blue Bullet as well. Let's look inside. This is probably in all honesty, even though it has some rock chips, those bugs are loud. Even though it has some rock chips, this is one of the cleanest V6s out there at this point. Door panels are in good shape. Seats are in great shape. A little dirty on the carpet, I just need to vacuum it, but it is in really, really good shape. Back seat's hardly ever been sat in. Yeah, it's a nice one. Really, really nice. And she didn't really even use the air conditioner much until the car had 100,000 miles on it, so even though it's got 107 or so now, the air conditioner's barely been used, and it still works great. Like I said, it is a little bit too low, so we haven't been driving it much, but this was always our backup car. And so I've always done all the maintenance on it to keep it just absolutely good to go. I had the grill delete in the car, but she said she liked this better in it. But now she's changed her mind a little bit. And since I have to respray the front bumper anyway, well, we're going to do something. Let me explain. So for that car, I'd actually bought an 01 Cobra bumper that I was going to paint, the azure blue and put on that car. But she has said, hey, I picked out the wheels and the drop for it, which is, it's not that much, but it's subtle, but it looks good, I think. And I'm picking out some other stuff for it. So she was like, hey, can I pick the front bumper? I said, yeah, that's no problem. And so instead of the 01 Cobra bumper like that has, she actually wants the 03, 04 Cobra bumper. She says with the bigger scoops and the taller hood and stuff, the bigger, bulkier front bumper looks better. Fine, that's fine with me. I think both look good on that car. And so I have an extra 01 Cobra bumper, and I said, hey, why don't I put that on the red one, paint it up and put it on there? And she's like, yep, let's do that. So this one's going to get an 01 Cobra bumper. And then if you watch my video about the green Bullet over there, we're going to do the pre-painted bumpers for it, the rear bumper that doesn't say Mustang. I'm going to do the same thing for this one, because even though I've waxed this car very often over the, how long have we owned it? Over the 20 years that I've been with her, right? The bumper's still faded. Even though the rest of the car is not faded, the rest of the car looks great. Bumper faded. And so yeah, we're gonna get that aftermarket bumper that doesn't say Mustang on it, because neither of us really like the giant Mustang across the rear. It's just gonna be flat and it's gonna look good. Looks like this one's due for a third brake light too, like the green one. She likes the Mach 1 wheels. We've thought about doing some wheels like that, or even the LMR wider rear wheels. However, they run a darker gray than the factory Mach 1 wheels. And so if AFS ever comes out with their wider wheels, I'm gonna get some, but we're gonna do something a little different on this one. So most people run the 17 by 10.5 in the back with the 315 35 17. I actually just want the AFS 17 by 9 in the back. And so we'll keep the factory 17 by 8 in the front with the 245 45. And then in the back, I'll have the 17 by 9 with the 275 45. I think it's 275 45. It might be 275 40. Whatever's on the actually, I could look over here at this one. It's whatever that size is. I'm brain farting right now. I'm also going to change the rocker panel side skirt pieces. They're kind of faded anyway, and I'll probably do Cobra, 0304 Cobra style on that one, so it doesn't get the rock chips and stuff like the Bullets do. I really like the Bullet ones. Zoom in down here, but you can see there's rock chips. So yeah, we'll probably do the Cobra ones on that, the aftermarket fiberglass ones. Let's pop the hood on this thing and take a look at it. Cleanest V6 you will ever see. Right? There's a little bit of grass in here from the neighbor mowing, but you will not find a cleaner V6 than this. I'm sorry. Maybe somebody that just flat out didn't drive it, but this thing is 107,000 miles, and outside of a little bit of dust that will just easily knock off. The aluminum's in good shape. It does have headers. I forgot about that. The factory passenger side exhaust manifold cracked, so I put shorty headers on it. When I had to replace spark plug wires, I used Motorcraft wires, made sure all the loom was back in the correct place, and none of the clips broke. I did it all really well. When I needed to replace the fan, it got a Ford fan. Everything is just, I mean, like I said, there's just a little bit of dust, but this is a stupid clean V6. Most of these things are used and abused by this point. Clunk. It's a good looking car though, and it's a fun to drive car. It gets pretty good gas mileage. It can get around 30 on the interstate, and we really like the Mach 1 wheels on it, even though she has a Mach 1 now. So there's another thing. I sold the wheels, but the 18-inch brushed not brushed, the 18-inch machine turned diamond cut whatever Cobra style wheels, the 03 Cobra style wheels. I had a set of those. I sold them to another guy that had a Cobra, but we put those on this car and they looked amazing. Even my wife was like, dang, all right, we should do that. Unfortunately, the wider rears have been out of stock for quite a while, and if they come back in stock, I might just snag a set of those wheels and then put tires on them later when these wear out. I think that's kind of it, guys. It's a really kind of just stock clean V6. It's a little dirty. I don't know if it'll show on camera, but I can tell that there's a little bit of haze on it. It could use a wash. That's it. That's our V6. I'm sweating like crazy. Even though it's early morning, it's already in the 90s here, and the humidity's in the 90s, and the dew point's like 76. It's miserable. So like and subscribe. I'm going to keep making these videos, take them out for drives with the air conditioning blowing on my face. And yeah, hope you like it. Thanks for watching, guys.